Good morning, my name is Jim Stumbo. I'm with Stewart-Cooper-Newell Architects. As you can see, we're here today at the Station Design Conference in Chicago. We're exhibiting today some of our fire and our law enforcement experience. Stewart-Cooper-Newell has been in business now for 50 years, started by one of my partners, Jim Stewart, as he was designing originally justice centers and police departments. So part of our specialty certainly is our law enforcement division, which I do head up. Some of the key elements as we start thinking about designing a law enforcement facility is really starting to get the key players involved early in the project. We want to make sure that not only do we have the administrative portion of the police department, the chiefs, the higher staff, we want to make sure we also involve some of the end users, some of the lower level sergeants, some of the lower level officers, to make sure we have input from many different aspects of the department. But also you want to start thinking beyond the department itself, making sure we have management involved for the city or the county that's involved. We want to have some of the council members, some of the decision makers, some of the people that will be financing the project, having them involved early so they understand the process, so that they can understand the needs as they are developed, so that they're the ones that are also supporting and selling the project, but they're also understanding why we're designing the project. So having the correct players involved early on during the early programming and planning portion of the project, so that you can get the correct involvement, you can get the correct influences involved. So as you move forward in the project though, we start to want to bring other players into it, whether it's the public works folks, the people that will be taking care of the physical aspects of the building also, so we get the right systems involved in the building. So now we have a group that's not just the law enforcement personnel, but we have some of the politicians, we have some of the technical people from the city. All these people are paramount and important in the early stages of this project. So as we move forward though, we need to start understanding the actual needs of the department. Although every department has some very central and common needs, every department is different. Whether it's a large department, whether it's a small department, the needs can be very different. So we need to understand how each department operates, how each department does policing in their community. And we start with that basic to develop what the space needs are for that actual department. Whether it's the needs of the administration, the needs of the patrol department, whether it's investigation, evidence, all of these items need to come together for a full understanding of what the needs are, what spaces need to support those needs, and then you combine that together to come up with an actual full space needs of the facility that will give you a size. Once you've developed that size, we can start putting some cost to it and have a full plan for the community to understand what size of building we need, what size of site we need to support that building, and obviously what the final answer that everybody wants to know is, what is it going to cost? So at that point you have a complete package of information that can be given to the City Council, to the decision makers, so that they can then push the project forward and hopefully approve that project so it can move into the actual design process.